In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and simulate your own trading algorithm in Python using this GitHub repo. So you're going to be building you're going to be handling your algorithm just down here in this strategy bit. I've commented out my example strategy because we're going to be creating a new custom strategy in the strategies file here. So I'm going to be focusing on a simple one which looks at the RSI of the given candle. As you can see, it's a candle parameter, and if it's less than 30, then it's going to trigger a buy signal. So I'm going to start off by just making a condition. If candle at RSI is less than 30, then we're going to send a buy response, and the response is going to be a dictionary because it needs to have some certain information for sending the buy signal. So there's going to be a buy key, which is going to be a boolean. It'll be true. There'll be an amount key, which will be, now there is a config file which has a bunch of values which you can customize. It has a base order value, which is just the minimum order value for any given for buy order. You can like multiply this by one of your custom values if you like one that you calculate in this function. I'm just going to leave it as the basic one for now. And then the price here, which is going to be the candle at, I'm going to use close. You can use like the open price or whatever. I'm just going to keep it simple. And then I'm going to make an else statement, and then response equals, and I'm just going to do buy is false. Now we need to handle this this function. So in strategy 2, I'm going to create a new variable called response equals strategies, accessing that file dot your strategy, and then I'm going to pass in the current candle because that's what it wanted. And now this response is going to be the same value as this dictionary here. So you now have access to these values in this file. And I'm going to go if the response at the buy key is true, then I'm going to have a look up here. Now you can see there's a couple of built-in lines you can use. So if you want to place a buy order, you can just do this. Update your stop loss and take profit, you can just copy this. So we'll get to that in a minute. I'm just going to copy this buy line here. Entries, you just keep the same, don't change that. The amount is going to be the response at amount, and then the price is going to be response at price. And then finally, I want to update my stop loss take profit. An object of this, or an instance of this, has already been made up at the top, so you don't need to do anything there. It does have an update method, which is here, and I'm just going to take this and insert my own values. So I need to insert the price, ATR of the current candle, and the purchase date. So price, we already have that from the response, so I'm going to just insert that there. The ATR is going to be the ATR of the current candle, so candles at I at ATR. Again, candles is a dictionary, and then the candle at date time, because we need to get the date time of when the candle has been rendered. So now, in order to test this strategy, see if it works, I just need to activate my virtual environment .venv/script/activate. And now, because I'm in my virtual environment, I can now run my main.py file. And in a second, this will come up with a local URL which tells us the app is running. And in the browser, I can just render it, and the chart will come up here. So as you can see, there is there's been a buy signal and a sell signal that's been activated. It's just a coincidence that there's only one here. It will render all of them that have been activated, that have been triggered. But as you can see in the terminal down here, it will tell us that how many trades we made, the win rate, return, and our profit. And there's just also an ATR graph for ease of use there. Now, say I want to simulate my algorithm. I want to get the optimal value for, say, just this static value, right? So instead of 30, maybe the optimal value is like 28.9, for example. What I can do is I can go to my config.json file. I can add a variable which represents this value here. As you can see, I've already added one. You just need to copy it and put it in JSON. say it's like 29.91, I can set it to whatever I want, say 28. And then what I need to do in order to randomize this is add a line here, which essentially puts it in the pool of random variables. So it will grab this variable, and you can set it to be any random number from, and then I've just put an example here, say 27 to 33. And then what you can do after that is test if it's randomizing correctly. So I can go simulate equal to true, save that, and then in a second you will see that it starts to simulate, and you will see that it has essentially, it's showing me all the simulations that ran. I think 10 ran this time, and it will show you the outcome. So this one had a 60% return, and if you want to have a look at where these simulations are, you can go to this results folder, and it will tell you. So this one was whatever, and there are all your simulations. So you can have a look at the full list of customizable values in this config file. You can choose the ticker, choose the amount of simulations you want to run. You can use if you want to use the most recent data or historical data. There's a bunch of other random values which you can customize, and then if you also want to add your own values, you can just add them on at the end and then do what I showed in this file here. So I hope that video was helpful. You can find the link to this GitHub repo in the description. Hopefully you have fun with it, and I'm excited to see what you can do with it.